So what I have here, I believe, is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, gas-powered blower that you can buy in the United States. You can get a new one of these for about $88 and change from Home Depot, and there's a reason for that. I guess we can kind of start going over this thing from end to end here. But so what does $88 get you in comparison to something like an Echo or a Steel or even a Husqvarna? An Echo or Steel is going to run you about $150 to $200 for a lower end model, even cheaper if you get a good used one. And the main differences between those models and this one, we can start, is there's no trigger here. In fact, the only throttle control you have is directly on the carburetor, and that's all you can do. Which leads me into the next part. It doesn't have an off button either. Most of these will have some sort of off button or linkage that will allow you to turn the unit off. This one doesn't have that. From what I can see, how you turn it off, you just move this back and all the way, just like that, and it kills the unit from running. You have your choke control, which is pretty standard across the board. Normal size gas tank, nothing special there. Relatively long cord. I have no issues using the power cord. Standard spark plug. Now here's the interesting part. This thing only has one mixture screw, just the low side. You can't adjust the high side, or at least I haven't taken it apart enough to see if you can. And again, leads me to another deal here. This unit does not have an air filter. It does not come with one. There's no way to find one on the internet and stick it on here. I mean, I suppose you could cut something to size probably, but it's going to impede this. But that's your filter. Just a little screen. That's it. So, I mean, that alone right there kind of tells you that they weren't really designing these with longevity in mind. Over time, I don't care, you know, however long you use it or not, it's going to suck filth and dirt and debris into this, and it's going to wear the ring out, and then you're just going to go have to buy another one. For the record, this is the only gas-powered blower, this particular model, that I have ever seen that does not include an air filter. Every single gas-powered blower, especially by the big three, Husqvarna, Steel, and Echo, and then their commercial derivatives, they're all going to have a standard air filter. Even the cheapo Craftsman units have air filters. This one, for whatever reason, does not. Now, the other end of that is most consumers are just going to buy one of these, use it until it quits, and then throw it away. So that alone is probably long enough time for your regular average Joe to get their use out of it and then get rid of it before that becomes an issue. Unfortunately, what will become an issue is carburetor problems if it's not looked after. And it does have a fuel filter in it, which is a good thing. So you can kind of see it in there. But anyways, so we can see how well this thing works. This is currently my only gas-powered handheld blower. I've seen a lot of these where people, including this one, they tape up the ends here. I don't know if that's because these things just have a knack to fall off, but it's on there pretty good. I mean, it's not going to come off, but I don't think people are moving it all the way past the indentations here and snapping it together properly. So let's get this thing ready and get the camera on the tripod and give this thing a shot. you really get what you pay for with something like this. In a better unit, you're also going to have the engine will be more balanced, so to speak, and also the way it's mounted into the case, there's going to be a lot more rubber vibration absorbers, motor mounts, if you will. So there is a lot of vibrations that get translated from the engine to the case and to the handle, which obviously your hand starts vibrating. So white knuckle syndrome is definitely an issue with this, I would say. And I definitely recommend wearing gloves, even though I wasn't in this video. I only used it for a couple minutes, so I'm not really all that worried about that. But if you were going to use this thing every day, or even commercially, if you were going to do something like that, I definitely would recommend using gloves with it, or at least buying a better unit. But for your average Joe homeowner, these things are cheap. They fit a price point, and they seem to work pretty good. At least this one does. I did find the date of manufacture on this somewhere, 08/10/2017. So this thing's 3 years old and it still seems to run well enough. Now I'm not going to get rid of this. I'm actually going to hold on to it, again, because it's the only gas-powered handheld blower I have, and two, I might get $30–40 for it used if I were to try and sell it, which really isn't worth my time. I mean, you can buy a new one for $80, that's what people are going to say, so that kind of is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. One other thing I do want to mention before I clip out is you'll see that you can't see any sort of muffler on the side of this. And there's one, your muffler's right here, and it pipes the exhaust gas straight into the case and into the fan. So it basically blows out its own exhaust. If that's a benefit for you, or I could definitely see that being a positive for some people. They don't want hot air being blown all over them. That's definitely something to take into consideration. But one good thing about these machines, it's a Homelite, it's cheap to begin with, and if you need to find parts for it, parts are pretty cheap. So stay tuned for more.